So I wasn't able to go on my long walk and do my nature my nature podcast. I didn't even pick a topic this time because I wanted to just kind of update you guys on some things I've been learning and working through. And so sorry, let me show y'all around there. I don't think you can see it. The lights are blinding it, but I'm at the Sacramento Amtrak. It looks like a train is coming in, so it might get loud. I might have to stop. I do not know, darling. Anyways, my train is like an hour away. So I decided this might be the good time for me to do a quick little podcast episode. Yeah. All right. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you can be notified every time I post a video, baby. Welcome to Beautifully Imbalanced. I am Deshae Carter. Look at my nails, baby. This last weekend, I went to the Smudge Nail Bar in Sacramento. They're opening in January, and I cannot wait for the world to know about them. So y'all gonna see me. I already talk with my hands, but y'all gonna see it extra. I hope y'all can hear me because I don't know why there's helicopters flying all over the place. I don't live in the city. This is a city. I'm not familiar with this. Anyways, a lot of life lessons I learned this weekend. Damn, is it getting louder? Shit. Oh, it's because it was flying over my head and now it's on this side. Anyways, and I just feel a lot more grounded. I feel a lot more centered, and I feel like I have some more direction. Breakthroughs are often going to hurt like hell. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Breakthroughs are gonna hurt like hell. I had a couple of situations happen, leaned on a couple of people, and I gave certain people the wrong title, and learned my lesson. And a couple of lessons that I learned, I actually have a list of them on my phone that I wish I could pull up and say instead of me trying to remember them. One thing is, I have support. You're never alone. There's always going to be someone that supports you. As isolated as I feel, as isolated as I have made myself so that I can grow. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I got a phone call from one of my supportive friends, speaking of the topic. But anyways, I am in an isolation state, right? Or an isolation ship, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And so, sometimes that means it means what it means. Like I'm closed off from people, sometimes intentionally, sometimes situationally, but I do have people that I can lean on. And sometimes I forget that because there's been so many times where I didn't have that, right? And so this week I learned that, like, I did tell you guys in a previous podcast that after my birthday, I had learned who was there for me. My people found me, and they're still finding me. And knowing that unconsciously, to try to keep them, I try to take up a little bit of space, right? So I'm not too needy, I'm not annoying, I'm not nagging, or I'm still this person that you can come to with your problems. I'm stable enough to take on your problems instead of leaning on others. And I really like to call it like parallel healing. You're not on this level, I'm not on this level. We're parallel healing. We may be on different levels, different paths, different whatever, going through different things, but we are healing next to one another. And that means we can look to the next person and say, hey, I'm going through this, or hey, I need help with this, or whatever. And we can say our piece, what we're going through or what we've been through, or give our testimony, and maybe it'll help the next person. It's like group therapy. So that's where I'm at. That's something that I learned, that I still need to learn how to ask for help. And there is a video on here about asking for help. And I feel like somewhere along the line, I forgot some of my own rules. And I am happy to be reminded, you know what I mean, that I am not a burden, and asking for help is not a weakness. You have to know who to ask for help. Yes. You have to know who to trust with your vulnerability. Yes. Those are facts. And sometimes we ask the wrong people and we end up hurt, but that's a lesson. That doesn't mean that you're weak or never ask for help again, or whatever the case may be, whatever your trauma or hurt feelings may be telling you. That's not what that means. So that was a lesson that I needed to relearn, because I don't think I was playing victim, but I was very much not asking for help. I'm getting a headache, so I'm going to take this off. But I was not utilizing the safety net that I have been gaining from me being true to myself. My friends told me straight up, like, I'm here for you. You need to lean on me. And it's just like with boundaries, like emotional boundaries, they may not always be able to emotionally take on what I need to vent about, or they may not always be present because they have their own shit, but it's not a reflection on my worth. It's not a reflection on how much they value our friendship. Of course, when someone is not showing up for you intentionally and not making the time for you, but you also know when they're not, when they really just couldn't do it at that time, or they had their own shit, because we all have our own shit. So that was one of the things that I learned. I also learned that sometimes you will put a title on a person, and that is not the title that they came into your life for. Damn, is my skin breaking out? Sorry, it was just distracting. This lighting is like showing me a lot of my skin. Anyways, y'all know I get distracted when I get vulnerable. What was I saying? The other thing that I learned is that sometimes people come into your life for friendship or business or more, and you give them a certain title and you keep them in a box instead of allowing them to be who they are. And sometimes we do that more so too, like with potential, we put them in this box of who we think they should be, or who they are to us, and we limit that, and we have this vision of them, and we hurt ourselves instead of seeing them for who they are. And so really just seeing people for who they are, and how they're showing up for you, and who they want to be in your life, and deciding if that's what you want or if you don't want to tolerate that. So just taking people for who they are and deciding if that's what you want in your life, or if you don't have room for that. There was something else. I should have looked at my list before I restarted this video, because there was some powerful things. It was like 10. Y'all, I had a list of 10 things. Sometimes when I hum to myself, I remember what the hell I forgot. I really think that I'm forgetting, not intentionally, unconsciously, whatever the word is. I think that this is a vulnerable topic because I just learned it and I'm in public. And before, when I started talking about it, this train wasn't right here, and now the train is here. And I feel like everyone can hear me, even though I'm posting this later on. I think that that's why my memory is failing me at this time. But there was this other lesson that I learned that just came to my mind after I decided to say all of that. That helped me, because it made me realize that I was just being afraid and that it's time to face my fears and to do what I do. I learned that I choose people. I choose men. Let's be specific. Let's be real. Let's not sugarcoat and water shit down. I choose men that will confirm the feeling of being unworthy. It was a huge awakening for me. And I'm not saying that I choose men that hurt me intentionally. I mean, some of them have, not more so emotionally, not physically. But I was choosing people that were either like unavailable emotionally, physically, like they live states away, things of that nature. And I was choosing them because they would confirm the feeling of being unworthy. And it was because I didn't feel worthy, like because of my relationship with my dad and my trauma with my brother. I felt like I wasn't worthy. I'm not worthy of the love of man because the men in my life did not show up for me the way they're supposed to. And I say air quotes because yes, they are my biological people and they should show up for me, but rules are broken and titles don't always mean shit and all the things. But so they taught me this. So over time with the neglect from my dad and the abuse from my brother, I was taught, and it was reinforced over and over, that I'm not worthy of the love of man. I'm not worthy of a healthy relationship with a man. I'm not worthy of it makes me uncomfortable saying that. That's what it taught me. Okay. So whatever I went through this weekend, it brought this to my attention. And so I was able to correct it. With affirmations, of course. Y'all know me and my affirmations. I love them. And so I created this audio for me to listen to often. And it was just simply feeding into myself. I'm worthy of the love of a man. I'm worthy of the love of a healthy relationship. I'm worthy of the love of a man that I desire, a man that will love me in a healthy way. And I'm worthy of time and attention and honesty from a man. And I had to be specific because I'm worthy of honesty, period, right? But I don't have an issue with being worthy of honesty, period. I have an issue with being worthy of honesty from a man. I have an issue with being worthy of protection from a man because I was not protected by a man. Your dad is supposed to be your protector. Your brother is supposed to be your protector. And I use supposed to very loosely. Y'all know I hate that word. But that's what they're called to do. Like, I'm literally a part of your fucking body, like your lineage, your soul, your DNA. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, I am I'm a part of my dad. Like, and I wasn't protected by him. I didn't get his time, his attention, his protection. I feel like I don't have his love. And so that was teaching me that I wasn't worthy of it. But that's a lie. It is a lie. And so if you feel like this, I want you to know that it's a lie. It doesn't matter what you do or say. You were born worthy of these things. You were born worthy of a healthy relationship. You were born worthy of love and respect and honesty. And from a man or a woman, whatever relationship you want to go into, romantically though, I'm speaking romantically because I have an issue with it romantically, but you can apply these no matter where the area is in your life. It's going to take some reflection. It's also going to take some reflection on yourself and on the people. I don't say the abuse, because abuse can be a heavy word because it may not be abuse, but the disrespect, let's say disrespect, that you have allowed in your life, or the relationships that you were willing to suffer through because you felt like that's what you deserved. You don't deserve that. You don't. You are worthy of honesty. You're worthy of respect. You are worthy of love. You're worthy of kindness. I'm worthy of gentleness. Because, honey, I want you to be direct and honest with me, but I want you to be gentle. Because, honey, I'm sensitive. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be direct with you. But, excuse me, my goodness. We're all human. Anyways. But, at the end of the day, I will communicate with you in a way that doesn't make you feel attacked. I'm going to be honest with you 100%. But I don't want you to feel attacked. I want you to receive what I'm telling you because this is how I feel. This is what I've observed. And I need you to know it. I need you to know how I feel and what I've seen. And the thing about feelings is I may be feeling a type of way, and that doesn't mean that it's the truth, but my feelings are still valid because it's how I feel. So it's not for you or anyone else to say, that's not true, or that's not real, or you're making shit up. Now, this is how I feel. Feelings are not fact. They're just feelings. Now, sometimes they're misunderstood things, you know. But anyways, that's another tangent. Anyways, I just want you to know that you are worthy. And if you're feeling this way, it was hard. It was hard for me to face this. I cried a lot. And I talked myself through it, and I really had to get to the root of why I felt this way. And I carried that into my other relationships. That's why I put up with so much shit in my other relationships. That's why I was putting up with shit just before I had this realization. I'm telling you, literally the day before, 2 days before I had this realization, I was putting up with shit. Because in my mind, I know as a whole, I'm worthy. I know I'm worthy. I love myself. I take care of myself, all the things. But at my core, worthiness has levels, just like trust has levels, right? Like I may trust you with my money, but I may not trust you with my kids. You know what I mean? I may trust you with my kids, but I may not trust you with my money. Like I may trust you with my car, but you know what I mean? All the things. So you can take that scenario however you want to. Some people have friends that they're okay with hanging out with, but they don't want to invite those people over their house. Shit like that. It's the same thing with worthiness. There's levels to worthiness, just like there's levels to trust. I know that I'm worthy as a whole. I know what I bring to the table. I know how creative my mind is. I know how big my heart is. I know the way my mind works and how my creativity and my intelligence marry each other, and it creates magic. But when it comes down to a relationship with a man, my worthiness shrinks. And I thought, I was told it was because of my trauma, but not specifically why, right? And I think that there was so much other stuff that we were unpacking, like shame and, getting to the core of like having these conversations with the people who hurt me and all the things we had to dig out. And I think that this was like one, I don't want to say the last straw, because I can say that and then something else comes out of the fucking rabbit hat. But this was very big for me. And I feel so much more stronger and stable now and more firm, because not only do I know that I have supportive friends and reliable friends, but I also now know that I am worthy of healthy relationships with a man. And that's whether it's romantic or friendship. I'm worthy of honesty. I'm worthy of respect. I put up with a lot of disrespect because that's what I was taught to do. I had to push through a lot of disrespect just to survive my trauma. I had to put up with being ignored because my dad knows where I am. I had to put up with being, I'm gonna say abandoned. I feel like abandoned isn't like a weighted word, but it is the fact, right? Like, he's not in my life, absent. He's very absent. I had to put up with feeling invisible because of him, and feeling overseen because of my brother, feeling small because of both of them. And so in relationships, I would make myself small. I would let them run things. I would be who they wanted me to be. And I had to realize, you see, I told you guys, I know about the being big thing, but this was like even deeper than that. And so there's layers to all of this shit. We're always going to be healing. We're always going to be growing. We're always going to be elevating. And I'm telling you, every day it's something new. And that's why you have to check in with yourself and love on yourself and surround yourself with people that you can parallel heal with. And I feel like I'm rambling on and I'm saying the same shit in different ways. And so I'm going to cut this short. And I'm going to say, remember that you are worthy always. You're worthy of time and attention and patience. You're worthy of gentleness. You are worthy of love and honesty. You are worthy of a healthy relationship. You are. You are so worthy. And it doesn't matter if you are romantically involved with a man or a woman or whoever. You're worthy of their healthy relationship. You're worthy of effective communication. You're worthy of honesty and respect and kindness and gentleness and your feelings being validated. You're worthy. And don't let anyone, or yourself included, don't let yourself, don't let your trauma, don't let your addictions, don't let your mental illnesses, don't let anything tell you anything different. Okay, honey? Okay. Until next time, my loves. Thank you for watching Beautifully Imbalanced.